Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast. We're 1 minute into the game, and for that I am sorry, but nothing has happened yet, so cheer up mates. Ha! Let's go to the teams quickly, shall we? Alright, dynamic camera, we'll start with blue team then. We have a Vladimir, who I think will go top, because he's Vladimir. I haven't seen Vladimir in the middle all that often, to be honest. Is that a Fiora? Ha! I didn't even know. Which reminds me, now that we're not busy yet, let's rearrange this team, shall we? Hop, hop, hop. Oh, do I see what I see? I see. This is a very interesting team setup. So, Fiora, jungler for blue team. We're going through them quickly because else I'm going to be too late. Orianna in the middle. Lulu on the bottom lane with the Dragon Trainer skin. Very nice. And the Gangster Twitch on the bottom lane. They'll be up against a Aatrox. I haven't casted an Aatrox, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe. In the thunder. I don't believe. But it might be. I think maybe one. We'll see. So Aatrox, jungler for red team. Annie in the middle. It's been a while since I've casted an Annie. Of course, since Koreans are using her as a support, she has a small increase in popularity, and why not? Look at her. She's adorable. She even had a skin rework, and nobody plays her. Because her range is a little bit too short. However, increasing it would make her a little bit overpowered anyway. Bottom lane will be an Ezreal and a... Oh, what do you support Nidalee? Now, you must know that I love Nidalee. She's my favorite character, and I tend to play her whenever I want to. So, except for jungling, I don't jungle her, though I might be able to. Especially at level 6. Should be easy at level 6. But if I need to play her as a support, I will. So, I'm actually very, very, very excited to see this. And we'll see how they'll cope, because as in Nidalee, it is important to land your spears, and she believes the same, as Aatrox is going in for a gang. Jump, Aatrox! Jump onto the poor old Lulu. The slow won't be enough, but the Ezreal going in for a quick flash, and the auto attack will result in a kill, where he'll need to run from the damage potential of this Twitch. If he expunges, it might be too late. However, he's only level 2, so the damage is not that great. First blood going down to Ezreal, which is needed a latte, because Ezreal wants the kills, he's the AD carry. Nidalee wants to land the spears, is not doing it though. Nidalee, I'm putting my hands up in the air for you, girl. Do great, and I will obey. Barriers being used by both players, but it is Fiora going in with the dash, yes indeed, so that will be a kill for blue team now. The junglers really working their asses off to make it so that at least the lanes are winning. For now, of course, the lanes are quite equal, as a ball is getting hit onto Annie's little face. However, her Kigurumi is just too hard, and just pushes the ball away. I'm talking about her bear pajama, of course. Yeah, was that a spear that was able to land? It didn't do any damage though. Of course, she is support Nidalee, so you don't really want to do all that much damage, because you want to support. And oh my, Annie going for a quick kill there, however, dying in the process to the Fiora once more. This is actually what a Fiora needs to do, especially as a jungle Fiora. You need to get the kills, or else you'll fall behind so hard you won't even be able to say Pop-Tart. I'm just saying the word because it rhymes. Sorry for that, I'm a bad rhymer, especially in another one's language. So we haven't even talked about Kha'zix, but he's going to teleport away, so why not? Goodbye Kha'zix, I don't care either. He has his Tear of the Goddess though, so he really wants to get the pokey done with his Void Spikes. We shall see, of course, with the remake of Kha'zix. Leveling Void Spikes isn't all that interesting. Well, I'm gonna check. Clicky clicky on the Kha'zix does nothing at all, so I'll just press the R button. And there we see his items and what he levels first. So, yes indeed, he levels Taste Their Fear first, which is generally what you need to do now as a Kha'zix, because they recently buffed Taste Their Fear and nerfed Void Spikes. So what are you going for? Taste the Fear, of course, because you can pretty much burst one down in a single shot anyway then. Problem solved. Balancing Riot style. I don't mind. I'm not afraid of no Kha'zix. Annie isn't afraid of no balls either. And she's young, you might say. Jailbait, yes indeed. Boom goes the seer. And Orianna is having major issues fighting this Annie. Of course, the thing that's bad, quotation marks, about Annie is of course the range on her Tibbers, her ult. It isn't as reliable in teamfights because mostly you need to flash to use it. So we shall see whether or not she'll be able to use it properly. Nidalee being smart. Yes, she does have a pink ward. However, she isn't countering the pink ward of Lulu as of yet, as Kha'zix just wants to jump in, say hi to his little friend. And my, it's Fiora once more with a gank. However, I don't believe she'll be able to step in closer to this Nidalee here. Of course, it is Nidalee. She loves the bushes. It gives her some movement speed, so she will stay there for all eternity. And that means she'll be very hard to catch. However, Fiora wants to go in once more. Is she going to be able to launch to her target? Ezreal trying to find her with a mystic shot, not succeeding. They don't know she's there. It's all feeling. It's all in the gut. And well, they have good guts. The Nidalee and the Ezreal does the best guts. Now it's going to be Annie getting dived once more by Fiora. And oh my god, it's the blade dance of a lifetime. Will Annie be able to stun her? I don't believe... Oh, she will! And will she be able to walk away? Indeed! The incinerate was more than enough. Aatrox is there in the rear just if Fiora wants to be a little bit too aggressive. But I don't think Fiora wants to do that. Itemizations, Fiora is still on a hunter's machete. So maybe it was a little bit smarter that she would have gone back first. However, she has been so busy. I can't blame her that she hadn't got the time to go back yet. She's doing great. I like you. Because normally if you see a Fiora locking and you go, oh great, GG, another Fiora player. But there are players in this world that really can play Fiora like you should. Drop it like it's hot. If you played a Ram against a Fiora, you'll understand the powers that a Fiora might have. Of course, I see one exhaust on the red team. It is Nidalee. If you're able to exhaust it right before she goes into the blade dance. I'm calling it blade dance. You know what? I never casted a Fiora, so it's a blade waltz. A waltz is kind of a dance. It's true. Nidalee now using her pink ward to clear vision. I didn't thought she would have done that, to be honest. It's the only pink ward she has, and she's fighting against the Twitch, so I thought she would have used it in lane, especially on the pink ward the enemy used. Because that would mean that whenever a Twitch would go into stealth, he would have been spotted by the pink ward. For now, it's not going to be the case. So, good luck getting the gank onto Twitch. Well, good luck, they say, as Annie is immediately going in for the Hizaza. Is going to get stunned though. Well, silenced, but that doesn't matter. True Shot Barrage will make the day happen any day. Twitch, of course, has not yet gone into stealth, so I don't believe they'll be able to get him. He's going to use ambush probably relatively soon, but he gets stunned for all eternity. Tibbers is sitting on top of him. There is no escape. And Annie does herself great for the team. And here you all laughing with Annie, and it is Annie that's laughing with you. Of course, Fiora is again approaching, but she sees a red buff, and well, if you're a Fiora like her, then oh my god, a Tiamat. So soon. That's gonna be awesome. If she will have a Ravenous Hydra in only... if she continues playing like this, she will have one in 4 minutes. Annie wants to throw Tibbers at her. Tibbers, no! No, you monster! That's 50 gold going to the Orianna there. That's a lot of money. Oh, Nidalee wants to be a Nidalee. Be a Nidalee, Nidalee. I believe in you, Nidalee diddly do. We'll see if she's able to throw some spears in the rear and throw some capable ones at that. Oh no, it's the blade waltz. Will it be enough? I don't think so. Was that an exhaust by Nidalee? Nope, it wasn't. It didn't do as much damage as I would have thought, as Aatrox actually got a kill onto the Orianna way below. He walked in at the perfect timing, and it is now the Fiora in a heap of trouble. There's no escape a red buff Ezreal, mate. Or did he get the red buff from Fiora? Of course he did. Because you're stupid, Nightspectre. Well, that's a harsh thing to say. Red team now, with a 2000 gold lead, making their way into the enemy's jungle for now. I mean, what I wanted to say is they might go for a quick dragon if they're keeping this up, but it might be 12 minutes like usual. We'll see. Annie quite low, need to be careful, though. Who does she need to be afraid of? Twitch? Maybe. Actually, yeah, she should be afraid of a Twitch, he can ambush you. But they know where he is for now, so it's alright. Top lane has been relatively quiet. As I say, Kha'zix wants to go in hard, and that's a very early pull of deception there. Of course, Aatrox was approaching, and he knocks the Vladimir up like he just don't care. And Vladimir not going to get the kill there, because hey, guess what? Aatrox has a passive. Yeah, screw you. So very great play by Kha'zix. I was just going to say, oh, top lane is being so boring today. Up kill immediately. Presto. Kha'zix, he has mana mune, meaning that he will have so much mana, he will be able to spam all of his abilities onto the Vladimir, which might be required considering that Vladimir, of course, doesn't need to use the mana on his spells. He needs health. So, is Twitch going to go in hard or not? Ezreal is already running away. Pings are going down for the Orianna has been spotted running away from the middle lane. And their game sense are telling them, well, then we need to run away. So, a little bit of a pity there because I don't feel... Oh my, that's a lot of poke. Of course, it is a poke-heavy bottom lane. And, well, there's pretty much nothing that blue team can do about this. They got counterpicked quite hard on that regard. Normally, if you are fighting against a support Nidalee, you want to have a support that can engage immediately, as Annie is going in hard onto Fiora. But Fiora is going even further away. Annie won't be able to catch you, and the ball is close by to her face. Then again, so is Tibbers. So nobody died there. What I wanted to say is you want a support Nidalee that can engage hard, that can go all in all the time, because you can't out-poke and out-sustain a Nidalee, as the Kha'zix wants to go in hard once more on the Vladimir, and is succeeding to do so. Taste of Fear doing so much damage regardless that the fact that he wasn't alone. Good buff, right? Good buff indeed. Nevertheless, Vladimir was able to survive and tries to sustain quite fast before the other attack of Kha'zix is going in. Who will survive? Who will win? Will it be the Kha'zix? And the answer is yes. One more. Oh no, Aatrox getting killed in the middle as well. And he's still trying to run away, but it is the Fiora that says nope, he will not. I don't have Ravenous Hydra yet because I've been not getting the kills I used to. A pity indeed. I predicted her having the Ravenous Hydra by now, and because she didn't get any kills as of late, it didn't happen. Don't let me down, Fiora. There's still a dragon in the game. Try to go for that. Blue team, of course, trying to do their best, but it is red team that's getting out of control rather slowly. Both bottom lane and top lane are winning quite heftily. Twitch even diving an Ezreal underneath his turret, and now there's a Lulu saying hi and goodbye. So that's actually quite good for blue team. Now, I say blue team lost their lane, and then Twitch proves me wrong immediately. Of course, Nidalee has been running around a lot of the time because she wants to put some more pressure onto the other lane. She is a Nidalee, she can do that. However, keep in mind you want to keep your AD carry alive because that's what an AD carry is all about. Now, Twitch running away, is it for a valid reason? Of course, Tibbers is ready to pop, and that's the flash initiate we've all been hearing about. Of course, there was a Fiora surprising from behind. She'll get exhausted after the Blades Vault, so the damage has been done. But for now, both teams are running away. Orianna going from behind, though, giving the ball the protection it needs, and a shockwave of the ages, getting the kill onto the Annie and the Nidalee. So great play by blue team, trying to turn this game into their favor, and it is working rather well, as we are not landing the true shot barrage, and that's an Aatrox going to get his passive popped. Oh, it's still on cooldown? Well, then I have very bad eyes indeed. Oh, and that's a good dodge there by Vladimir. Of course, that's the thing lately, the Kha'zix, they don't tend to evolve their Void Spike until very late in the game. I think even at level 16. Meaning that it's quite hard to hit. You only have a single cast. Of course, they're just spoiled little brats in my book. Oh, you need to have 3 cones. What are you, a twisted fate? Well, generally, yes, it's the same mechanic. We, Nidalee players, we only have 1 spear. Imagine Nidalee throwing 3 spears at once. Imagine the finger she has. Ugh. Or, I don't know what my reaction should be, but I'm sorry for the reaction that came. Oh, Fiora actually able to catch up to the Kha'zix. However, she is alone, so Taste That Fear will do quite the amounts of damage. However, she is a Fiora. She can do the same, even flashing away. Of course, Leap was off cooldown for Kha'zix, so he might have been able to jump her. He didn't, though. Huh. Great play on his part, then. He didn't burn a cooldown, and he burned a flash regardless. The first dragon into the game, 15 minutes in. Rather late, one might say. But Orianna says, nope. It's right on time, because I'm the only one that's able to stop it. And by God, I will stop it. Will she be able to steal it with the ball? She'll be a god in my book. And guess what? Robots can't be gods. Unless you watch Gargantia, in which case they can. And it's probably not the first anime that tried it. I've been watching a lot of anime lately. Can you hear? Nevertheless, let's go and talk about itemization, shall we? A lot of spellvamp going through there by Vladimir. He wanted to go for the... Oh, never mind. It's going to be initiated by the Kha'zix. He hasn't ignited, and that's pretty much all you need. Onto a Vladimir. He's going to pull away, but guess what? Taste of Fear has a short cooldown, so he will die immediately. Same goes for the... Oh my, that's a long range, Tibbers. Never mind, Nidalee. You're too late. Give it up, lad. That was a bombastic, mega fantastic kill onto the Orianna, and there wasn't a thing she could do about it. Not a thing. So I was commemorating blue team for trying to catch up to red team, but then red team just throws it around, slaps blue team in the face, and even killing them in the process. So that's quite a hard slap, one might say. And that's the third turret into the game, going down to red team, whilst blue team hasn't gotten a single one yet. Of course, maybe blue team still has a chance though. Twitch is a very strong endgame carry, a hyper carry, one might say. He's going to get caught by Nidalee though. And her taste is disappear. Of course it is a support Nidalee, and she doesn't want to go all that heavy onto the damage apparently, because she prefers the tier of the goddess. Oh, Blades Waltz, will it be enough? One more riposte might be, but nope, instead she's going to have to run away, for Kha'zix has arrived, but she jukes away from the Kha'zix and then goes straight towards him, hugging him, tasting his fear. It tastes like jamberries, really. Which is to die for. I'm sorry. It's quite late, so I'm hallucinating a little bit. Oh my, Kha'zix wants more, Aatrox wants more, but flash away from the Orianna. Doesn't matter. Taste their fear does so much damage. An unstoppable Kha'zix on red team. What can you do about that? He can pretty much kill anyone on the enemy team. The tankiest one in consideration might be Vladimir. And we've seen him die plenty of times to the Kha'zix. He's even gonna fight a Nidalee, and he's running away. Of course, Kha'zix was approaching as well. So yeah, this is a dream team for Kha'zix. So blue team has been doing an amazing job at counterpicking. Red team, sorry, has been doing an amazing job at counterpicking blue team. Because, well, bottom lane, they had a poke. There's not many occasions that you can play a support Nidalee, personally, and this is quite a good occasion because Lulu cannot sustain her lane, so it's all up to the Twitch to heal himself through lifesteal abilities. And well, if you have to fight against an Ezreal that can poke you from far away with Mystic Shot and then Arcane Shift away if he really wants to go heavy, Twitch now going to return the favor though. I had the most annoying laning phase in the world and now I'm going to kill you. Will he succeed though? And that's going to be... Huh? So, huh? Huh? It happens. Oh, that's a very nice initiative there. Shockwave into the Orianna will result in a kill on Annie? No. Annie just walks away and it's the kill onto Fiora. Aatrox now going to go Rap Hazard using that big old sword to get many kills indeed. So red team is slowly but surely making this a very huge gap. Blue team's bottom lane is thinking, what can we do to turn this around? We must give 100 gold to each team member, that is, and then we shall win this game. However, Kha'zix is approaching. Twitch has already used ambush. So I think Kha'zix will be able to catch himself a nice little rat. Since when does the insect killeth the rat, one might say? Well, there exist some insects that can do it. However, this insect is going to kill many more than just a rat. He's going to kill a midget as well, which I have never seen before, though it might have happened as well. Oh, Vladimir even came down from the top lane to the bottom lane. I don't see Kha'zix surviving this at all. However, I do not see Vladimir surviving this. He did get a double kill out of it. So was it worth it? Yes. Yes, it was. Because that's a bounty of 500 gold going straight into his pockets, meaning that he will buy a Riley's Crystal Scepter with that. Does he have even more money? No. No, he hasn't. So it really was necessary, the things he did. Aatrox, of course, is there as well, so it's not over yet. Oh, no, wait. Yes, blue team is behind, not red team. So it's not over yet for blue team, I wanted to say. I was correct. It's late and all, but still, I'm not really that delirious yet. Ravenous Hydra, also the item that the Fiora wanted to go for. It is a good item. It works perfectly with Blade Waltz because it procs with Blade Waltz, so all the damage you do onto your opponents gets shared to the opponents next to them. However, that's already a thing that Blade Waltz does because they go straight to opponents. So if there are 5 opponents stacked to each other and you do Blade Waltz, they all die, or at least receive huge amounts of damage because they're sharing all of the damage. Then again, the trick is to stay apart. But then Orianna comes into play because her Shockwave can pull together the entire enemy team if they would all sit together. This is, of course, what would happen if there would be an Utopia in Shockwaves. Oh, Twitch, that's going to be a very hard engage onto the Ezreal. He's dancing about and there's no escape. Ezreal dying immediately. So Nidalee Ezreal needs your help. He can't solo lane against this Twitch. You call for Nidalee? We sent a little child to do the job. And quite frankly, she's more threatening. Look at that bear. Rawr. Avenging the fallen. She can try. And she can die. Fiora now getting pinked on by Kha'zix. She's all by herself, and he wants her to taste their fear. However, he has been spotted by the Vladimir and the ward, so it might be a turnaround. And there's an Orianna as well. He leaps away, then goes into his invisibility mode and walks away once more. He should be able to survive, but another shockwave. This is what we're talking about. Bladeswalt now being used. Proc in between the Nidalee and the Kha'zix, doing more damage than it intended to, but Aatrox was there once more. True Shot Barrage now going through Annie with the Tibas, getting the kill. Vladimir only able to hit Annie with the Hemoflake, so she won't die. And it's Hammer Plague, Nightspectre. I'm sorry, I thought there was an H in it. Isn't there? There is an H. No, it's an L. You're retarded. I know. Oh, sorry, I wanted to see whether or not the spear would connect. We're going to watch one more spear. Nidalee, be quick about your business. They're going to do... Alright, let's go to the dragon. Actually, no, this tower might actually receive huge amounts of damage. Will this be it? Yep, dragon it is. So Aatrox, Ezreal, doing dragon, beating bodies and all that good stuff, making it so they have an 8,000 gold lead, pretty much, on blue team. This is quite heftigly, though I do believe blue team still stand a chance. I like their endgame more than I do like red team's endgame. However, the question is, will they reach endgame? Because that will be the most hardest thing to do against a quite strong Kha'zix, a quite strong Annie, and a quite strong Aatrox. Bottom lane, I will give them the Meh award. However, it's an Ezreal. He can just go blue Ezreal and be annoying all day long, which he will. Nidalee, as a support player, in the endgame, she can do a lot of damage and healing, giving attack speed to their allies, and be annoying poke. So, yeah, this will be a very hard game for blue team, no doubt about that. However, if they fight perfectly, they can do this. They have a very nice team fight composition, which I like, and I hope that the Fiora will be able to get a kill out of this, but hope is just a shimmering shine of light as the Sean Connery in me is coming above again. Oh, I need to stop doing this. However, I just can't. And it's my worst Sean Connery impression ever. Maybe it's because my voice is a little bit dried up. Oh, Nidalee, you cheeky steal there. I like that. Vladimir wants to prevent the Kha'zix from pushing his tower, but I do believe he has not got the power. However, he does got the slows, and boom. That's not even his full combo, and he does so much damage. Do not attack this Kha'zix alone, or you will die. And he was there as well, actually. Let's go and check that out, dynamic camera. Spotted by the ward, though, so she will just prance away, save the day tomorrow. On the bottom they have dispersed as well, so not much is happening for now. More like moving around, trying to find the target they want to get the kill. However, that is the thing that blue team needs to do. They need to try and get quick kills onto the enemy. They might be able to do something on the Aatrox, but oh my, that true shot barrage did so much damage. You be careful, Twitch, you're a squishy rat, mate. Pings are going down. Kha'zix is just going to continue split pushing. You need at least one player on top, which is a bad thing for blue team, because they actually want to fight as a whole, and they're not able to. Instead, they're actually fighting in a very bad position. Not now, of course. Aatrox trying to get the kill onto the Orianna, though. She gets wild growth by the Lulu, but it won't be enough. There's a Tibbers over the wall. Aatrox, of course, had his passive, so he will survive. Nobody died on red team, and they're going in with a vengeance. That's an inner tower down. I think the top inner turret will be down as well. So that's 2 inner turrets away. That's a lot of jungle invasion powers red team now has. But they already had it to begin with. So I don't think they mind. I don't think blue team should mind with that regard. And Kha'zix is continuing to push. And they're not stopping him. However, he doesn't know that. He could have pushed on. He could have destroyed an inhibitor tower. Nice spear there going down by Nidalee, and Twitch walking on a trap. So the element of surprise ruined. Just ruined. And almost a kill onto Fiora there. She's trying to regen, but never mind. It wasn't enough. Aatrox didn't even get the assist out of that, the poor little bugger. Nidalee wants to go in for a kill onto Lulu. I don't think she can do it. However, Ezreal is there. And I think they might be able to do some amazing damage onto this turret. Vladimir now going in to prevent them from doing this. However, looky here. There's a Kha'zix in the bush, and he's going to jump onto you and miss his void spikes. Very important. You'll see later why he did that. It's all tactical, ladies and gentlemen. Vladimir wants to slow down Nidalee. Of course, she is a Nidalee. And boom! Major flash away, but just popping a ghost. And now Kha'zix running away. However, he has a blue buff, so he should be able to leap to safety very soon. Actually, he's level 17, so he hasn't evolved void spikes even. I figured as much, really. The ultimate leveling up means that, hey, you can do an extra void assault and you get a 50 damage reduction in stealth, which is awesome if you can use it 3 times. Aatrox almost slowing down. Well, he did slow down the Orianna, so goodbye Orianna. At least you didn't give the assist to Kha'zix. And you got a turret out of it, which is great, isn't it? And that's the void assault being used. I think that was the last one, probably so. And they're going to push down on this middle tower. It is fairly low considering, but, well, if you consider how Red Team has been bashing down other towers, it's very healthy. Nidalee with the Oracle's Elixir, going to clear wards every day, all day. Missed one though. She didn't anticipate the 2 wards to be that close to each other this early on in the game. However, I believe that Blue Team actually realized that Nidalee was going to clear them, so they placed them at all kinds of positions. Nidalee, of course, is making work of her oracles. However, Lulu is doing the same, so it's quite bad for Lulu because of course she wants to use her money in a more wise manner, though she isn't all that far behind on items for Nidalee. Also considering that Nidalee, in order to be viable, she needs to build AP. She won't be able to give those nice items that supports units she usually give, like let's say Shirello's Reverie, Locket of the Arn Solari. I even believe that Lulu might have to go for a Runic Bulwark because I don't see the Fiora going for it, because Fiora needs to build damage as a jungler. Though one might say so does Aatrox, and yes, it's true, not a single Bulwark has been bought here, and that's Twitch disappearing within a snap. And I don't believe that the Vladimir will be as lucky as well. So 2 kills quickly there by the Kha'zix and Ezreal combo. Even Nidalee getting the assist just by a bushwhack, nothing more. And he almost getting the kill there, but oh my, that was a weird knock away there. And Fiora surviving for quite a long time as I accidentally tapped my microphone. So if you hear that, I am sorry, but Aatrox is being Aatrox right about now. And he's just killing people. Well, look at the size of that thing. He is compensating, we do know that. I've seen Aatrox parts, there's nothing there. So, ha! However, inhibitors are being destroyed. Nexus towers are being destroyed. This could actually be GG for Red Team. I don't see Blue Team getting this. They're all dead. There's still 20 seconds left on 3 of their players. And it's Kha'zix just beating down on the Nexus tower. That's a quick GG. Did not anticipate it to happen this quickly. So Red Team truly snowballing out of control. They won pretty much all of their lanes. And, well, maybe not as much on the bottom lane, though quite. They didn't do bad, it was just 50-50 over there. But in the mid game, it is very important that either your top or your mid is doing well, because they are the powerhouses normally of the mid game. AD carries tend to then turn games around in the end of the game, because they get their items and therefore can carry. That's why they're there. They need to farm and then get kills. Of course, lately you get AD carries that are better in the mid game, like per se Forsaken Draven and all those stuff. So lately it doesn't matter all that much, but considering you have a Twitch bottom lane, which Twitch, he can snowball quickly if you are lucky enough and majorly win your lane, then he can get into his end game quicker. But if you have a hyper carry as Twitch, it's very important to win either mid or top. Blue Team didn't, which means that Red Team could take full control over the game. Mid ganked pretty much everywhere, even top did. Well, it's a Kha'zix, he's an assassin, he needs to. Well, that's me rambling about for long after the game, I'm sorry for that. But I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it, thank you for watching, and goodbye.